Welcome once again to Cheesy Dan Reviews. As always, I'm Cheesy Dan. Up on the plate today, we have the Bowlero Cheese Pizza. Now, Bowlero is part of a chain of bowling alleys, but in addition to bowling, they have a cafe, they also have an arcade center, and they do have laser tag as well. Well, since you're there, you figure you might as well get yourself something to eat. They have pizza, they have wings, they have quesadillas, they have all kinds of stuff. So the question is, if you're there, is their cheese worth your dough? Well, let's find out. To determine if this cheese is worth your dough, we're going to judge it based on its appearance, its day one taste, its value. Take a slice and stick it in the fridge, come back on day 3 for the reheat. We'll take all 4 scores, add them together, divide them by 4, and then we'll know the cheesy score. All right, let's open up the box and see what we got for our money. Well, tell you what, overall, first look, not too bad. Now, there are some things right off the rip that you're going to notice. So there are quite a few spots, like for instance, here and here and here and here. There's quite a few spots where you're going to find that there's some, I guess, not quite enough cheese coverage. It's not bad, but it's definitely there. The crust itself is a thin crust. It is mainly a thin style pizza. You can tell that there's some Parmesan. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but they do have some Parmesan spread. The pizza itself does smell good. I do think it, overall, it is an appetizing looking pizza. There are some places where it could definitely use more cheese. I'm going to say initial appearance on this one, it's probably going to come in at about a 5.5. It's not that it's a bad looking pizza. It's about average, maybe a little bit more. So overall, not too bad. Now let's pick a slice. Let's see. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to pick this one right here. So let's pull this one out. And now that we've got that slice out and get a better look at it here and get a chance to see the back of it, it is well cooked. It's evenly cooked. Now, this slice, this pizza, it comes in at $20.99 plus tax. And out of all of the family fun zone entertainment places we've done, this is by far the most expensive. The least expensive so far was the Urban Air at $14 just flat. This one, $20.99 plus tax, it comes out to almost $23 with tax. So it's not by any means the best value. In fact, I would say that this one, as far as a value score, I'm going to actually put this one at a 3. I'm not going to put it at a 1 simply because it is still an entertainment zone. A sit-down style restaurant's going to be probably around $18 to $24, but it's definitely expensive for the environment. Now, I guess we really just need to give it a taste and see what it's like. So initial taste, the crust itself is a little bit on the harder side. I did get a chance to talk with one of the managers there, and he said that their crust comes in pre-made, but they are going to be switching over to a fresh-made dough. But he's not sure exactly when that's going to happen, but they're rolling that out across the Bowleros. I'll have to give it another shot once they get their new dough in. But the crust itself is a little hard, not a strong taste there. The sauce itself, it's really not the best taste. The sauce itself is a little bit on the acidic side. Not amazing. The cheese doesn't taste too bad, and you can taste a little bit of some of the Parmesan that they put on there. But overall, it's not bad, but it's really not that great. I would say for a day one taste score on this one, I'm going to put it probably at like a 4.5. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's not bad. It's just not really that great, and especially not for the price. Hopefully this one holds up well for day 3, because if not, it's kind of going to go downhill from there. But, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and sit this one down and let's take a look at the pizza and give you a chance to see which pizza you think I'm gonna pick for day 3. Go ahead and lock in your answer, and then we'll come back on day 3 and see if you got it right.
3 days later.
All right, welcome back on day 3 for the Bowlero Cheese Pizza. Let's see how it came out of the fridge. Now looking at it here, you can see the cheese does look really good. A little bit of age showing there on the sauce. The crust itself is not really too spongy, which is great. It still smells good. I guess the next thing we need to do, let's heat it up. Okay, now that it's had a chance to cool off some, let's talk about it. Now, the Bowlero Cheese Pizza, it truly has not fared extremely well up until this point. A lot of that has to do with value. Being a 3, it really does hurt it. But overall, it's just kind of an average pizza. Now, on day 1, I was able to give this one a 4.5 for a day 1 taste score. So the question is, how has it held up for day 3? I also want to remind you, on day 1, I gave you a chance to choose which slice I was going to save for day 3. If you pick slice 5, hey, good job, you picked the right one. So, nothing left to do but give it a taste and see what it's like. So, on this one, the overall pizza, it's not bad, but it's really nothing amazing. This one for day 3, if you had it in the fridge and you were hungry, is it something you'd feel bad about eating? No. Would you look forward to eating it? No. It would just be food. It would be a meal. I would say if I gave this one a 4.5 on a day 1, I'm definitely going to give it no better than a 4 on a day 3. It's just that everything kind of just is showing its age a little bit. The cheese, of course, the crust is still a little bit stiff like it was on day 1. The sauce isn't bad. It's just, like I said, it's nothing great. If 5 was considered middle of the road and a good average experience, this would be a little bit below average, and I think a 4 is accurate for it. So with that day 3 taste test score of a 4, that puts the Bowlero Cheese Pizza at a final cheesy score of 4.25. Not really a good finish. Overall, the biggest problem I see with this one is you have an average cheese pizza at a far above average price. And when you have that kind of combination, unfortunately, that makes for a bad score. In fact, looking at the Cheesy Dan pie chart, this one actually comes just above the Pizza Hut stuffed crust cheese, which was our lowest and still is our lowest to this date. So this one is second to last, and unfortunately the value plays a strong part in that. This one, in fact, out of our family fun zone or family entertainment centers, this is definitely the worst score so far. Maybe once they redo their dough, maybe things will get a little bit better, but I would definitely think they need to reconsider their pricing, because even in their own market, they're a bit overpriced. So for the Bowlero Cheese Pizza, if you're there, you're hungry, you don't want to have to leave the bowling alley, it makes sense. But is it really something that's good? It's all right. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's all right. Just know you're definitely overpaying for all right pizza. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of change as that takes place, but hey, it is what it is. And hopefully that you've enjoyed the video. It's been informational for you, and maybe if you've gone to Bowlero before, maybe you felt the same way, thought you were kind of paying a little bit too much for not enough good pizza. I would definitely say I would prefer this one over, say, like the Stars and Stripes cheese pizza. This one's better than that one, but the value just really knocks it out. But, we're going to try a couple more and keep the series going for just a little bit longer and see who's got the best cheese for your dough. And hopefully we'll find one that really, hits the top of the meter here. But as we always like to end it, until we eat again, stay cheesy.